Welcome back to Rent News, everybody, your one-stop shop for DSP news. It is Saturday, May 24th, and we got a packed show for you today. Let's get right into it. All right, folks, starting off, we have the potential kick scam. Let's get right into this one. All right, as you see in the still frame above here, we have it paused currently. This is official kick support. It's cut off because our editor did a poor job. He was working for free, so we fired him. Kick support says, "Hey there, DSP Gaming Real. We hope this message finds you well. We're writing to kindly ask for a moment of your time to check your emails inbox. Thanks in advance." It's interesting that Kick decided to do this while Darkside Phil was live streaming, as if they didn't have another way to contact them. This is a very interesting way to reach out to a content creator from a support team. So let's see what Darkside Phil says about this.
Kick support wants me to check my email. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kick support. Appreciate that. I totally forgot. Kick support just did me a solid. Thank you, Kick support. Thank you, Kick support. That was so nice of them that they do that.
Did you hear that? Kick support did Phil a solid. Do you guys know what Kick support did for Phil? Well, let's find out.
I appreciate that. I totally forgot to enable the multi-streaming, and it would have screwed me over. Thank you, Kick support. You can unpin that now, guys. Thank you. Wow, that is so nice of them to give heads up like that. Awesome. Okay, continuing on.
So why was that so nice of Kick support to do? Because Phil wasn't following the rules for his partner program. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at Kick's partner program. All right, we are on kick.com with the multi-streaming FAQ. Basically what this says is you can now stream across multiple platforms while earning 50% of their partner income while building their home base on Kick. He needs to enable the multi-streaming toggle in his creator dashboard, which it appears he is not doing, which is why Kick support had reached out to him. Other things to note is revenue will be calculated differently when multi-streaming, which may result in a reduction of revenue by 50% compared to revenue generated for streaming exclusively on kick.com. Couple side notes, multi-streaming guidelines. Enable the multi-streaming toggle before going live on other platforms. While multi-streaming, you earn 50% of your usual revenue on Kick. Don't misrepresent Kick or damage its reputation. So this is what DSP appears to be doing here. And it's interesting that Kick decided to reach out on his stream to tell him this. So yeah, that's what's going on with DSP and Kick. So we could see some problems down the road here if DSP doesn't get his act together and stop trying to scam Kick, even if it's unintentionally. It appears he is not enabling multi-streaming on Kick. They didn't even have to tell him this in chat. DSP said it out loud. So yeah, that could potentially break his TOS with Kick and get him removed from the partner program. So keep it up, Phil.
And thank you for letting me know that they came in because I didn't see it. I was playing the game. Appreciate that, guys. Okay.
Next up, we have Phil absolutely destroying his food. He ordered Red Robin to stuff his face in front of his audience. I guess he must have hit the goal. Let's take a look at this disturbing clip. Women and children may be a little disgusting. You may want to turn your head for a couple of minutes if this is too much for you to bear. So this is a tough clip to watch.
Oh, here we go. Can I get a lot of meat?
Notice the weird hand positioning on the chip and how he destroys the whole meal within a couple of swoops of the chip.
On this chip, I want a ton of meat. I want a mouthful of barbecue pork if I can get it. This pork is elusive. Look, it doesn't want to go on the chip. Seriously. Well, I got some, but I didn't get nearly as much as I wanted. Jeez.
It's like an alien eating food for the first time. Absolutely disgusting, folks. All right. I'm sorry we had to show you that, but there is more coming up, unfortunately. So then he gets to the main course. The main course is just as gross. Let's check that one out.
Anyway, all right. So this is the Scorpion Burger. Cheese, it's got those fried jalapeno coins, which is supposed to be a jalapeno fried in breading and season. Lettuce, tomato. I don't even know what else is on this. Like, there's a ton of stuff on this. Scorpion Burger. It looks pretty messy. I'm not going to lie. All right. I think what we got to do is unwrap it. Oh, my. They slathered it in sauce. That is incredibly messy.
Well, maybe you should keep the wrapping on it. That way you can hold the bottom with the wrapping and still eat the food and not have the food slide out the bottom. But hey, let's see how Phil approaches this one.
I can smell the sauce from over here. It smells very spicy. I wonder if it is. I think they called it scorpion sauce. Okay? It's a big burger. There's a lot on this thing, but this is going to be very messy to eat. Okay? So let me show you up close what it looks like.
Nice thumbnail, dude. Laziness.
Okay. Trying to get a shot basically for a thumbnail there.
Yeah, we know.
The sauce
It's
on
obvious.
my leg while I was holding it like that. I'm not kidding.
That's karma.
So this is going to be interesting. It is a huge, messy burger. So I see the meat patty. I see a lot of cheese. I see the fried jalapeno. I see lettuce, tomato. I think there's pickle on there. Whatever this crazy amount of sauce is that's on there. And,
I just wanted to show you that, folks. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're going to skip ahead a little bit so we can show you the aftermath.
a lot of it on there melted well. The burger is, it is overdone, but I think they do that to all their burgers. See, it is overdone, but it tastes great. Like the flavor on the burger is great. You feel char flavor. The meat is a good grade. You have that good meat flavor in there. It's not bland at all. I can taste the jalapenos. And the
Did you hear that, folks? That meat has that good meat flavor in there.
sauce is spicy. There's a spicy sauce on there. I think that's the scorpion sauce. Look at this. It's all coming completely off. Sheesh. Oh my God, it's sliding off. Well, this is a nightmare. The burger's coming completely off the bun and I can't eat it. Yeah, look. The burger broke. Are you serious? Wow. Well, that's edible. No, it's not.
The burger malfunctioned, and now DSP is holding it in his hands like a caveman. I mean, dude, you could have fixed this before you just pulled the whole thing apart. I've had a slippery burger before. I know that sounds really weird. But, you know, we've all had, like, a burger from either a fast food joint or just a regular burger where they top a bunch of stuff on it, and it's hard to eat, and it kind of slides off, and you gotta make do. And most of us do. But when it's Phil, everything falls apart, literally.
The burger is too big for the bun, so it comes right off. I made a giant mess. Are you kidding me?
Are you
What the
kidding
hell?
me? What are you doing?
Could you maybe give me a bun? Look, the bun you can see is the size of like a tiny regular cheeseburger, and the burger patty's twice the size of the bun, so there's no way you could ever hold it on there and eat it.
I just want to ask you one question. Would you do this at the restaurant? I don't think you would. I mean, most of us wouldn't. Phil might. Would you do this and be sitting at a table holding the buns in your hand, be like, the burger broke, it malfunctioned?
Why did they do that? Well, this is a nightmare now. How do I eat? Look. Are you kidding? How am I going to eat this?
Why are you picking it up
Great.
like that? Nasty, man.
This sucks. Because the burger is good, but the presentation's terrible. They didn't know what they were doing.
So I found this part pretty disgusting. To be honest with you, I didn't watch this whole thing. But I had to click on the stream because I knew he was eating Red Robin. And I actually clicked on it when it was this part because I'm the luckiest guy in the world that anytime I click on a Phil stream, something interesting's happening. So, you know, he's eating this, he's getting the slop and grease all over his hands. Let's see what he does next.
Bucks if you actually eat it at the restaurant, okay? Okay. Well, I'm going to have a little bit more of the nachos. I'm going to give you guys my final verdict on all this. Boy, am I glad I brought so many napkins into the office today.
So Phil cleans his dirty mitts with a couple of napkins. What does he do with his nasty fingers that are probably still somewhat greasy next? Well, we're about to see that.
Insane amount of meat, right? It's tons of meat. I'm going to be full. You know, I'm not going to be hungry after this. Compare that to like Subway. Insane amount of meat, right? It's tons of meat. I'm going to be full. You know, I'm not going to be hungry after this. Compare that to like Subway.
So DSP wipes his nasty greasy fingers on a couple napkins, whatever. Then proceeds to use his hair as a hand towel for his hands and wipe the grease and whatever's left over into his hair. I can't make this up. I mean, he didn't even wash his hands first. He just wiped a couple off and then proceeds to go like this and wipe the grease that's remaining into his hair. It's caveman behavior.
With a 6-inch sub, which is all bread and veggies.
Now
and
the other
no meat,
hand.
and they're
He's wiping
charging
the
you
other
like
hand now.
$12 for that. for the small.
So gross. It's so gross. So, you know, this is a DSP devours it. I am just disgusted by the whole thing. You know, I'm not surprised with the nasty food and everything. You know, he always finds a way to make food look nastier than it is and just do disgusting things with the food. He's like a kid playing with his food, but he's complaining about it, right? But not only that is, he eats this greasy burger, he's got shit all over his fingers, and then just wipes it through his hair with one hand, swaps it to the other hand, and starts wiping the other hand through his hair. And you wonder why Phil has such greasy controllers, huh? Greasy keyboard, greasy controllers, wonders why things stop working after a few months and how gunk gets built up in his controllers. Well, we got a guy that doesn't wash his hands after he eats greasy food. I think we got a couple more minutes for some other topics here. Let's move on.
$3 of support. Oh, we had Tag with a $2 super chat. What's your thoughts on the no tax on overtime and tips? I didn't hear anything about no tax on overtime. I did hear about no tax on tips. It's not clear how that's going to work yet. The reason I say that is because they're saying it's on cash tips. But what's considered a cash tip when someone hands you money, or actually a transaction that's considered a tip with? I don't know. You guys tip me all the time. Is that considered a cash tip that's not taxable anymore, up to that $25,000 limit that they've signed into law?
Thought that was kind of funny. This is almost like a trolling level of stupidity right here. Next up, folks, we've got a story you've heard a million times. Folks, as you can see to my right here, we have a controller sitting in DSP's background. Can y'all guess how we got that? It's a story we've heard a million times. Let's hear it.
Beaver Bother over in the Kick chat is screaming. By the way, he's been buying 10 times. He's on his 10th account over there. He says, what is this in the background? Well, he has a...
Isn't that ban evading when other people change their name? I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. This isn't the right time or place. But come on, dude. You've banned this guy a million times. You make fun of him all the time. For some reason, he's still in there. He's clearly a troll. He's got to be. But yeah, just acknowledge the Beaver Bother message.
Keen eye. So this week, I was having some issues with my Xbox Elite 2 controller. Now, come to find out, we resolved the issues. I don't think that they're ongoing. But someone contacted me and said, I would like to get you a third-party controller as a replacement if that one is bad or you need to swap. I want to get you something. And I said, well, I don't know anything about PC controllers. I don't follow them. They said, you got to get one of these ones that's this, I think it's called the Hall-style joystick sensors. Supposedly it's some new technology where it doesn't have any drift. So they wanted to get me one and they got it. It showed up today. They ordered it for me, mailed it to my house. Here it is. Now, it showed up midday, so we didn't get to do anything with it earlier. So what we will do on Sunday on the podcast, we will unbox this thing. It's called Machinike. I don't even know. Machinike. I think it's Machinike. I don't even know. We're going to unbox it, check it out, see if we can get it working, see if we can get it charging, and I'll probably use it for Claire Obscure Expedition 33 on Sunday. See how good the responsive the buttons are and all of that, okay?
Now, the interesting thing with this is, if you've been keeping up with Darkside Phil, you know that he's had controller issues. He was playing Minecraft, he was getting some stick drift. So, it all started, I believe he was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 during his marathon. He was so bored with the cutscene, he had a little freak out moment where he kind of slammed his controller and says, where is the game? Where's the game? Where's the game? I want to play the game. And he got all mad because there was a lot of cutscenes. Fast forward to more recently, he's playing Minecraft. He's getting some stick drift. He's getting annoyed and he punches his controller and it shuts off. He's like, oh, I think I just broke my controller. Tries to press the Xbox button. It flashes once and shuts off. Immediately thinks he broke his controller. So what does he do? He orders another controller, same brand, same Xbox Pro controller, $150, right from Amazon on the spot during his stream, stops everything to do it. Come to find out a little while later in that stream that the dunce didn't charge his controller, as everybody probably expected, and his controller worked fine. He proceeded to blame the stick drift on Minecraft, which, you know, it could have been because he has a mouse plugged in, and if... So DSP immediately cancels the order. But the whole point of the story is that he was so ready to go out and buy another $150 controller. Do you really believe this story? I don't. Someone contacted me and sent me a new controller. Gee, we've heard this story before multiple times. Did this not happen with a streaming PC? Somebody spent like $1,600 on a streaming PC for him. Fans have sent him fight sticks, games. I know I'm missing a couple things, accessories, things in his background specifically. It's like, I can't even remember how much things fans sent him because every time he gets something new, it's like, a fan sent me this. And then it turns out that a fan didn't send him this, or he backtracks on the story and is like, I bought all this stuff in my office myself. It's hard to remember what Darkside Phil has gotten gifted by fans. So if y'all remember, drop some comments down there. Let's remind the audience what DSP has been gifted thus far. And I like saying thus because it's a Phil meme at this point.
So I guess we'll see. I don't know anything about it, literally. But however, it does say it has RGBs. So if this syncs with my RGBs, now that would be amazing. A controller that's syncing with my RGBs as I play. It was going to at least double the accuracy of my controls if it has RGBs that function with my software. It's going to be amazing. Can you?
The thing is, I can't see a fan who knows something about good controllers send DSP a controller with RGBs on it. Like, this is something DSP buys himself. DSP has an obsession with RGBs. I mean, if you look at his background, he used to start his podcast up every day and be like, look, my RGBs in the background today, they're simulating waves on the beach, and you'd always be obsessed with it. He'd be like, oh, the RGBs on my keyboard, oh, the RGBs on my computer. He's obsessed with RGBs. So only somebody who's so obsessed with RGBs is going to go out of their way to buy something like a controller that has RGBs on it. So, you know, this is another one of those telltale signs that this is something Phil bought. But I think we're going to leave it there today, folks. That's all I got right now. If y'all want to see more of this, drop a comment, leave a like. Maybe I can do them every Saturday or every other Saturday. You know, it'd be kind of a cool thing. Renting news when DSP's off. We can talk about stuff that happened during the week. Appreciate y'all. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Peace.